Welcome back, dear viewers, and to shed more light on the latest review by the IMF on Egypt's economic performance, we're glad to be joined over the phone by Mr. Ali Mansi, strategic and economic expert. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm glad to be with you.
Well, sir, it's our pleasure. Sir, the IMF praised Egypt's economic growth rates despite the economic repercussions due to the coronavirus pandemic. What's the significance of this, sir?
Actually, let me start by stating some facts that Egypt growth in 2021 is expected to be 2.5. Actually, it was previously expected to be 2.47, then reviewed to 2.5, which is the same. And it's definitely less than 2020 at 3.5. But this decrease is very normal and very predicted, and it's a kind of low decrease concerning the pandemic issues we're facing. So the appraisal of IMF to the Egypt's economic growth rates and referring to your question is very significant and very important in this era, in this economic era facing Egypt, because it signals high confidence in the Egyptian economic recovery and sustainability and other related measures that are taken by Egyptian authorities. So it's a very strong indicator for Egypt at that critical time.
Right. Well, sir, the IMF completed last Tuesday the second and final review of Egypt's economic reform program, supported by a 12-month standby arrangement. What's the importance of this agreement, sir?
Okay, well, concerning this agreement, let me just go a few steps just one or two steps backwards. During the period between 2016 and 2019, Egypt has performed a very fast economic growth, one of the fastest emerging economies growing at that period. And but actually, Egypt was enrolled in a program starting 2016 with the IMF. It's a 3-year arrangement program under the extended fund facility. Okay, and because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, Egypt has requested last year, roughly the same time, June 2020, Egypt has requested IMF for a 12-month standby arrangement, which is a mixture of both special drawing rights and facility access, totaling up to $8 billion, $5.6 billion in 2020-2021. So now is the second review of the program to be extended the second review to be approved by the IMF Executive Board, which has been done. The IMF Executive Board has approved the review, and accordingly, Egypt has the right to withdraw $1.7 billion to be invested in the areas recommended collectively between the IMF team responsible for Egypt and the Egyptian authorities. And let me extend a little bit on this point, because this team, which is led by, it's led by Miss Céline Allard. Miss Allard has emphasized the efforts and the progress the Egyptian authorities are performing, and the strong performance of the Egyptian authorities on all levels, and how they are dedicated to the success of this program, and how they met many key factors and benchmarks and KPIs, key performance indices concerning the program, which is keeping unemployment at low rates, keeping the inflation at the lower bracket rate set by the IMF at 4.1, which is very good. Actually, it's reaching that bracket. And Egypt has the potential of having surplus of GDP within 2 years, having surplus amounting to 2%, which is really good for the public debt. For the public debt stability and the public debt position. Egypt has increased its position, its balance accounts. So Egypt has been performing pretty well as per the IMF perspective, which is a very strong step forward, a forward-looking step for Egypt, aiming to the objectives of the fiscal year 2021 of having a growth of 5.8, which is higher than the growth of 5.5%, which is, actually, let me say, this is real GDP. I mean, it's inflation-adjusted GDP, so it's in real terms, not in nominal terms. The highest growth achieved by Egypt in 2019, expected in 2021 to be 5.8 versus 5.5, which is really good, and expected in the fiscal year of 2023 to have a surplus of 2%, as I had mentioned earlier.
Right. To what extent did the IMF support to Egypt help in increasing investments and expanding projects during the past period?
Well, actually, the cooperation and the collaboration between the IMF and Egypt is not only during the last 1 or 2 years. It's been increasing, significantly increasing since perhaps 2016. And it resulted in increasing the investments, whether it's FDIs or other direct investments in the Egypt's in the economic infrastructure and health sector, amounting to 250 billion, equivalent to $250 billion during within the last 6 years, which is very significant. But let me state here, because people sometimes confuse. This is not in cash. This 250 billion is not in cash. It's the total equivalent investment amount of investment invested in the infrastructure, and it's highly recommended by the IMF. The IMF highly recommends Egypt to emphasize more on private investment in the coming period, and more on that point later on. But let me say that the IMF support to Egypt, it indicates different things. First, it's a positive signal for FDIs that Egypt is trustworthy enough by the IMF so that they can safely invest. This is number one. Number two, the IMF has a strong experience in structural, governmental, fiscal reforms. So passing this experience and this knowledge to Egypt is value added to Egypt, taking into consideration that the Egyptian authorities are really performing in a very professional and very dedicated and vision-oriented way. So both parties are highly collaborating for the success of the different programs that are held between Egypt and the IMF. And the third point that's important, that the IMF facilities to any given country, it paves the way for further investments, because it's in the form of, let's say, drawing rights or concessional loans, which when mixed with other types of funding, it lowers the risk premium facing private investors. So it motivates private investors, whether they are domestic or foreign direct investments or mutual funds or you can name it all. So this collaboration motivates those investors to further invest in an emerging economy, especially in the infrastructure, at lower risk premiums.
Yes, well, sir, the IMF said that the Egyptian authorities' structural reform agenda aims at more inclusive and sustainable private sector-led growth. What's the importance of the private sector's role in the economic development in Egypt?
That's a very good question, and I'm thanking you for it. The private sector role is very important in any economic development program by any country. Because no matter how much the government can actually spend or invest directly or indirectly in different projects, they can never invest in everything. They can never invest in all the industries. So they invest in the infrastructure and the other structural reforms that enhance the business environment and the economic environment, and increases the business confidence index, which is a very important index, the business confidence index and the consumer confidence index. Because the business confidence index, it indicates to what extent investors are willing to invest. Okay, so and no matter how much money as a government, the government spends in the economy, but still there is no enough confidence for investors to come and invest their own money, so this investment is poor. Egypt is not doing this. Egypt is doing it the right way, and those previously invested funds in the infrastructure are resulting in higher confidence in the economy. So
Yes.
as the private sector, which indicates the high importance of the private sector to the economic development, because the amount of money that can be invested and how it is invested, the methodology of investing by the private sector is ipso facto at a more efficient way than the government spending. But government spending is really important to pave the way for that investment. This is one thing. The other thing, for the governance and for the risk management and for the security of the investment and for directing those investments in which industry it's mostly needed or mostly significant for the growth of the economy.
Yes, well, sir, growth is expected to reach 2.8% in the year 2020 and 2021 and rebound strongly to 5.2% in the year 2021-2022. How could Egypt reach this aim?
Well, actually, it's a very positive, forward-looking vision, and most probably it would be true as per the indicators and the given data that Egypt's GDP is probably going to lie somewhere between 2.5 and 2.8 in this current fiscal year, which is, of course, less than last year and less than 2019, but it's still a very good zero-level starting point for the next rebound or outbreak, which, as you have mentioned, is expected to reach somewhere 5.2. Other reports, other forecasts say up to 5.8% or 5.6%, which is higher than the GDP growth rate of 2019. And again, I'm saying we are talking about in real terms, which is very important for Egypt. And in order for Egypt to do this, they have, and actually the IMF has asked for the, of course, with respecting the independency of the Central Bank of Egypt, but they have asked the CBE to interfere, not to interfere, but to highly collaborate with the Egyptian Ministry of Finance and other authorities to keep... Okay, you can...
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Mr. Ali Mansi, strategic and economic expert. Many thanks for your insight. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of Cairo Local Time. Many thanks for watching and stay tuned for the top stories that will be coming up in a moment.